Here's the truth. If resumes alone got people hired, we'd all be celebrating dream jobs right now. But the truth is, most resumes fail not because they're ugly or badly formatted, but because they don't tell a story worth remembering. And in today's hiring market, your story is the only thing that makes you unforgettable. Happy Deep Dive Strategy Sunday. I'm Imani, your career coach. I'm here to help you stand out, build up your career skills, and land your dream job. On this channel, you'll get real tips, interview prep strategies, and a few hacks I've picked up that can make a huge difference. Basically, I'm here to walk with you through the process, so you don't have to figure it out alone. It's time to dive in. Why do resumes fail? Even when they're polished, resumes fail for one big reason. Candidates obsess over format and underdeliver on story. They spend hours adjusting fonts, margins, and choosing sleek templates. But recruiters aren't hiring fonts, they're hiring problem solvers. Recruiters spend an average of 7 seconds on the first scan of a resume. That means before they even notice the fancy border or the bold header, they're already asking one core question: can this person solve our problems? Here's where most candidates go wrong. They list responsibilities, not results. They write managed a team of 5 instead of led a 5-person team that delivered a $2 million client project 2 weeks early. One reads like a job description, the other like a career story. According to a 2024 Zeti report, 54% of recruiters reject resumes that lack clear achievements. Let that sink in. More than half of resumes fail because they don't answer the one question every recruiter has: what impact did you make? The problem isn't looks, it's clarity. Now think about this. A resume without a story is like a movie trailer that only shows scenery. No plot, no characters, no action. Would you buy a ticket? Of course not. Hiring managers feel the same way. So here's my truth for today. Your resume is not a brochure, it's a highlight reel. And every highlight needs to connect to a bigger story of why you matter. Let's discuss the psychology of storytelling and hiring. Why is a story so powerful? Because our brains are wired for it. Stanford research found that people remember stories 22 times more than facts alone. Whether that exact number is anecdotal or not, the principle stands: stories stick, facts fade. A good resume isn't a data dump, it's a narrative of impact. When you add metrics and action, your career stops sounding like a list of chores and starts sounding like a journey of wins. Example: improved customer satisfaction versus increased customer satisfaction scores by 30% in 6 months through a redesigned service process. One is vague. The other is a mini story with a problem, action, and outcome. Recruiters and hiring managers are humans first. They aren't robots scanning keywords. They're people trying to imagine: will this candidate solve our problems? Will they make our team better? That's why storytelling works. Because when you frame your experience as a story, you shift the recruiter's brain from "does this person check the boxes?" to "how would this person's story add to our company's story?" Fun fact: neuroscientists say stories trigger mirror neurons, meaning when we hear someone's story, we imagine ourselves in it. That's why a well-told resume achievement can literally make a recruiter visualize you succeeding at their company. Bottom line, a resume with metrics plus action reads like a story of impact, and that's the kind of story hiring managers want to invest in. So, how do you actually turn your resume into a story? I call it the 3-part career story framework. Part 1, the challenge. Every story starts with a problem. For you, that's the situation you walked into. Was the department understaffed? Were sales down? Did the process fail? Frame the challenge clearly, because challenges make your wins meaningful. Part 2, the action. This is where you step in as the main character. What did you do? Did you design a new workflow, train a team, negotiate a contract? Your action is what transforms you from employee to problem solver. Part 3. The result. Finally, the payoff. What happened because of your action? Did revenue rise? Did costs drop? Did efficiency skyrocket? Put a number, percentage, or timeline here whenever you can. Results make stories concrete. Here's an example. Challenge. The sales pipeline was stagnating. Action. Implemented a new CRM workflow and trained the sales team on usage. Result. Increased qualified leads by 45% in 3 months. See how that's not just a bullet, it's a story? Recruiters can picture the struggle, your role, and the outcome. That's memorable. Section 4, a real candidate story, transformation. Let me bring this to life using a case study. A candidate I coached, let's call her Maya, came to me with a strong background in marketing but zero confidence in interviews. Her resume read like a job description. Managed campaigns, oversaw budgets, coordinated events. It was all responsibilities, no results. We rewrote her resume using the challenge action result framework. One bullet went from managed social media campaigns to revamped social media strategy, leading to a 70% increase in engagement and 25% growth in lead conversions within 6 months. That single shift transformed how recruiters saw her. Suddenly, she wasn't just someone who did tasks, she was someone who delivered impact. In interviews, we practiced the same approach. Instead of vague answers, she learned to tell mini stories: the challenge, the action, and the result. Within 6 weeks, Maya landed a management role with a 30% pay increase. Here's the point. When you tell your story with clarity, confidence follows. And when confidence shows up, opportunity opens up. Now let's talk about the method I recommend every week, the Sunday reset. Here's how it works. Every Sunday, spend 30 minutes reflecting on your past week. Ask yourself 3 questions. What challenge did I face at work? What action did I take? What result came from it? Write these down, even if they seem small. Perhaps you resolved a customer complaint more quickly than expected. Maybe you've discovered a new Excel formula that saved your team hours. These micro stories add up. Over time, you'll have a living library of achievements, ready for your resume, your interviews, and even your performance reviews. Fun fact, researchers say writing things down makes you 42% more likely to achieve them. So your Sunday reset isn't just record keeping, it's confidence building. By refining your narrative weekly, you avoid the last-minute scramble when it's time to apply for jobs. Your story is always fresh, always ready. So here's the truth we uncovered today. Resumes fail not because of format, but because they lack story. Storytelling works because humans remember impact, not tasks. You can craft your career story using the challenge action result framework. Real candidates transform their opportunities when they shift from responsibilities to results. And with a Sunday reset, you can keep your story sharp week after week. So now you've seen how resumes fail without your story, why storytelling is the secret to standing out, and how to start crafting your own career narrative. But let's make this real, because I want to hear from you. Which part of your resume feels the hardest right now? Is it choosing the right metrics? Is it structuring your achievements into a clear story? Or is it the nerves that kick in when you try to translate it on your video interview? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them. And your feedback shapes the content we create together. Remember, your story is your edge. Own it, refine it, and practice it until it feels natural. Because clarity beats creativity every single time. So, I'll leave you with this. Your resume isn't the problem. Your story is. But the good news, you can rewrite your story starting today. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and share this with someone who's preparing for their next big opportunity. And don't forget, you can get early access to practice your interview skills right now with 3 free sessions at videoassessment.org. Because confidence isn't built in your head, it's built on your webcam. This has been your Strategy Sunday Deep Dive. I'm Imani, your career coach, and I'll see you tomorrow for Momentum Monday, and we'll discuss for the first time in history, individuals are landing up to $1 million jobs, with more ways to build your confidence, sharpen your skills, and land your dream job.